Hello everyone, so in this video I'm trying to share with you my ecom journey. Also, since it's my first video, I kind of have this script in front of me because I've been procrastinating on making this video for kind of a long time and it didn't turn out perfectly, so I just said I'm going to however this goes, I'm going to post it, by the way. So I apologize, I'm new to this thing, so that's why I have this script in front of me to help me talk a little bit more fluently because I stutter a lot. And also I apologize if my webcam stops working. I don't know what's wrong with it. So yeah, let's get into the actual journey. So I'm trying to share with you, or I want to share with you my first ecom success, and it's not, by the way, it's not a huge success. It's just how I made my first ever money online with my first ever store. So the whole reason I'm making this video is to inspire people to do the same thing and just to show them that it's possible if you take serious action. And on top of that, I want to share with you some mistakes that I made along the way and how to avoid them, or how you can avoid them. So how did this whole thing start? Basically, when I was 16 years old, I saw a video of this guy named Sebastian Georgiou, titled something along the lines of how I made $30 in 30 fuck $30 $30,000 in a day Shopify dropshipping, or something like it is. That's not the exact title, but it was somewhere along those lines. And after I watched it, it left me pretty inspired to do this. It just kind of showed me that it's possible to make that kind of money. And at that time, I had no idea what dropshipping was, or that you can make money online. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to start my own Shopify dropshipping store. But before turning 18, I didn't start any actual business since I really didn't want to tell my parents. I don't know why. I just some problems. I don't know what was in my mind. So I didn't want to tell my parents, and I wasn't able to make to create any Shopify or PayPal or Stripe accounts because I wasn't 18 yet. So just to give you an insight on my background, I had an Instagram theme page for like Japanese car culture, or JDM, and a print-on-demand business with where I made some designs for some anime t-shirts, which wasn't that serious, and it didn't make me any money. And on top of that, I used to invest in crypto and actually made a decent return on investment with that, but I cashed it all out to start day trading, and that went okay for a while, but I wasn't consistent, so I decided to stop that. So fast forward to my 18th birthday, and now with $200 that I got from my friends and my family, I could invest in starting some actual business, and I knew that now I have no more excuses. I am basically 18. I can do whatever I want. I can start any account I want. And so one day a good friend of mine saw a guy on TikTok that was selling an ebook with 50 online business ideas for like $1, and we decided to get that. We started looking through it and saw print on demand. So I was like, let's recreate my print on demand business and add more features and make it more professional. So we created a Shopify account, and when it got to the point where I had to connect Printify to Shopify, I knew that I didn't want to continue doing that. Something got on my nerves. I don't remember what it was, but I knew I didn't want to do that again. I think my webcam froze. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't know. I'm gonna post this either way, so I don't care. So back to the point. We remember that we saw some really cool clothes that we would like to wear ourselves on AliExpress, and in our country you really couldn't find this type of clothing at your local shops. So we decided that it could do decent on an as an online store. So we wanted to build a brand around that. So I started creating the store, and I remember that as a procrastinator, which I was just telling you, I've been procrastinating on posting this video. That feeling of importing your first product is kind of life-changing because you are actually taking some action finally. And for a week or so, I was building the store and implementing apps, email marketing, blah blah blah. And this is where I want to mention a YouTuber that helped me very much, and his name is Davey Fogarty. And this guy is a legend, and he's made like he built like over like multi-million dollar brands, hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's sharing his experience for free on YouTube. So he basically has really good stuff for beginners and creating stores and stuff like that. And we started posting on Instagram because we found some really nice pictures of our products, and because we had some experience with growing Instagram accounts, the posts started doing pretty well, and we started getting followers. So I spent the next week finishing the website, and it was basically ready to be launched. I remember when we were close to launching, we were getting a lot of DMs from people asking where they can buy our stuff. So when we launched the store, we were talking to this guy on Instagram, telling him that the website will be ready to launch soon, and then we sent him the link. Like after like 10 minutes, we launched the store and sent him the link, and that's where it happened, our first sale. I'm gonna show you real quick. I think it was in January 25th. Yeah. So this was our first ever sale, and that moment is kind of life changing. Like you now know that it works, and you can do that over and over and over again and make money. So yeah, this we had 46 sessions. What else can I show you here? He was the only one that added to cart. Yeah, our store wasn't even that great. I remember our website, but back to the point. So where were we? uh So we got our first ever sale, and keep in mind that at that time I had money up front to fulfill the orders, so I didn't have to wait for Stripe to pay out my money, which, if you didn't know, if you're new to Stripe, you have to wait a full week for them to pay out your money. At least in my country, that's how it is. So that would be a pretty big lesson I learned, which is, if you can, please have some money up front to fulfill your orders, because especially if you're dropshipping, waiting a week before you can even fulfill an order that is already going to take like a month to arrive to your customer, that's just too much. You're gonna have a lot of objections and people emailing you and stuff like that. So oh my god, back to the journey. After our first day where we made a sale, the following day we made an even bigger sale, and we were so excited, but at the same time kind of anxious, because we knew these people were gonna have to wait for like a month to receive their order. So I would advise you to find a supplier that can ship your orders faster, or if you have the money, you can order stop and ship it from your own home. But that's only if you ship like in the country that you live in, if that makes sense. But if I'm gonna be honest, when you start out, you can't really You can't really find a supplier that's willing to work with you. So you could use something like CJ dropshipping. I believe it has lower shipping times than AliExpress, but it's fine when you're starting out just trying to prove a concept. AliExpress is fine. As I state here, this is more relevant when you're scaling, because right now you're trying to prove a concept, so at the beginning it's okay to use AliExpress, but trust me, you can't stick to it if you want to scale, because there's gonna be too many problems. So on the second day after the launch, we had made 2 orders, so I'm gonna show you the day after. We made an even bigger sale. Pretty poor conversion rate, but at this time we weren't running ads, so I guess it was okay. We had no customer acquisition cost, and that sounds pretty nice, 2 orders. But there was one big problem, which was our profit margins were absolutely terrible, because when we started out we didn't even think about profit margins that much, since we never imagined we would make a sale, an actual sale. So this would be the second lesson that I learned, which is have at least $20 profit margins, and you will see how low profit margins were basically slowly killing our business. So after the first 2 days we basically didn't have any more sales oh, and I want to mention before continuing, on the second sale, because our profit margins were so bad, we weren't even profitable. On the second sale we lost money, and on the first sale we were slightly profitable. But back to the story. After the first 2 days we basically had no more money. We basically had no more sales for more than 1 week. But on the 5th of February we managed to make our third sale, which was our biggest one yet. So I'm gonna show you right here. This was our biggest sale yet. As you can see, not many visitors, 7 visitors. We weren't running any ads. There was just people coming from our Instagram posts. So this was all organic, no customer acquisition cost. But you have to keep in mind that at this time we weren't running any ads. So I knew that I had to come up with some nice ads if we wanted to scale this further. And I was really learning as I was going, and that's what I advise you to do too, because if you want to know it all before you start, you'll never take action, and you'll just keep procrastinating. I believe that you only learn something when you start doing it, and yeah, just do it, and you'll learn as you go. And I started working on launching our first ever Facebook ads, and you can really see how much of a beginner I was. So I'm gonna show you right now. I'll open up the ad manager in a bit. I won't blur anything right here, I don't care that much. So this was our first campaign, and if we look closely, I was using traffic as a campaign objective, which you really shouldn't do if you have an e-commerce business. Even if it's your first ever ad, just use conversions, because you're gonna waste money. I wasted money on this without making any sales, and I didn't even have that much money to spend. So this was a big mistake. I'm gonna show you the ad sets. So this was the ad set when I don't remember when this started running. I think it was like in January, if I remember correctly. 27. yeah, so this is, so it spent like a couple dollars, and it didn't get us any purchases. So this campaign performed really poorly due to one single thing, which is that I chose traffic as an objective. And this is my third lesson, which is no matter if it's your, I'm sorry, if it's your first ever campaign, please just use conversions as your objective, because this thing just wasted a lot of my small budget. And since I basically didn't make any money with our first 3 sales, because our profit margins were so low, I was slowly starting to lose money. So I learned from my mistakes and created our first conversions campaign. And this time it actually got some sales, but wasn't profitable because of my profit margins. I'm gonna show you our first ever conversions campaign. So I don't remember when this started running, but I hope I'm correct with this. So yeah, on the first day it got one purchase. What was the ROAS on this? Really pretty good ROAS and low customer acquisition cost. So yeah, this was pretty decent. Wait, I want to show the creatives as well. There was nothing nothing that interesting. There were just some pictures. I was using 2 creatives here of different products. I didn't know what I was doing at this point, keep in mind, guys. So these were our creatives. Let me share the Instagram feed. This is what we were selling. Yeah, pretty decent in my opinion. So then we found our winning product, which was the skeleton zip up hoodie, and created a whole new campaign just for this one product because we knew it had a lot of potential. I'm gonna show you the product real quick and the campaign. So here's the campaign. By the way, you can see here that I have not paid my ads. We'll get into this pretty soon. I basically have no more money, and I don't remember when this started running. February 16th. March 1. March 1st, I mean. Oh my god, I can't find the date. I'm sorry guys, I'm wasting your time. I can't find the date. Yeah, it's not that important. If I'll show you the lifetime performance of the ad set. So it had a 1.74 ROAS. It was not that great. It got us to this is not really accurate because we had more than this. I remember that we were profitable at this time. So this new campaign started running, and the skeleton zip up one. Oh wait, I wanted to show you the product. So here was the product. This performed really well. This made us a lot of money. This one specific product. So back to the journey. So I stopped after 4 days of running. I stopped this campaign since I had no more money to keep it running. So at this time I basically had no more money to my name, so I couldn't run any ads, but I was still getting 1 sale a day just from organic traffic from posting on Instagram, and I don't know how that happened. It just did. And I decided that if I wanted to keep this business running, I need to have a great profit margin, and even order some stock so I can reduce the shipping times, which were two big problems we faced. So March 2022 was the month where we took it easy and started solving some problems with the business before we can start seriously again. So we basically stopped the ads, we stopped posting on Instagram and all that stuff. We wanted to fix some things before we start driving traffic again. And really the whole month of March I was just procrastinating with the excuse that my sister would help me order some stock at the end of the month with some money. But we decided to cut out this idea and continue dropshipping, but this time doing it very well. So I uh, I I don't know how you say this, but I didn't want to order stock anymore because I knew it would take a lot of time for it to arrive, and I didn't want to use my sister's money. But I said that I would find great suppliers and I would have great profit margins to start this again and keep it going. So I saw a video from a guy named Ethan Dobbins, which basically takes you step by step to create a website that converts well. So as soon as I saw it, I started working on my own website, implementing everything I learned. So this guy Ethan Dobbins is basically an e-commerce god, and he makes very valuable videos. So I would advise you to check out his channel if you are new and want to learn a lot of things. So at this time I was changing the whole website and email marketing and started really learning about the whole marketing and strategy part of e-commerce. And I remember on April 3rd it was like the universe was rewarding me for working hard, and out of nowhere I got a sale. So let me quickly show you. In fact, I'm gonna show you, before I show you this, I'm gonna show you the whole month of February and March, so you can get a glimpse of our revenue. So pretty bad conversion rate. I still to this day don't know why our website converted that poorly. 2,522 visitors. Yeah, it's kind of decent with the budget I had, considering I didn't have that much money to spend on ads. 17 orders. That's decent again, not really crazy or something. And I'm gonna show you April 3rd. We made a sale, basically 11 visitors. I wasn't even posting on Instagram at that time, so this sale was just random. He didn't even add to cart, he went straight to the checkout page. And yeah, this was pretty good. So only one order. So during this time I received my scholarship, which was about $40, and with $15 out of those 40 I had to pay for the previous ads that I couldn't afford paying before. So with 40, I didn't even have $40. I had basically 25 because I had to pay 15 because I when I stopped running the ads I had no more money to pay for the ads I ran, and I was basically in debt, so I had to pay Facebook. So with about $25 to my name and a whole new website, I decided that I'm gonna take my best selling product, which was the skeleton zip up hoodie, and learn as much as I can about Facebook ads to find a strategy from testing to scaling. I basically wanted to revive this whole thing with only $25. So after a lot of YouTube videos, I decided to create a conversions campaign with 5 different ad sets, each targeting 5 different interests, and each ad set having 4 different creatives and copy, and make decisions based on the data I receive. I'm gonna quickly show you. So this is the campaign, this one. So conversions campaign with I know that the ad started running on April 16th. These were our first ad sets. we had 5, but I deleted one of them, so we only have 4 right here. These were our first 4, and we got 2 purchases, but here it only shows 1. I don't know, Facebook tracking is kind of bad at the moment, probably from the iOS updates. So after no oh yeah, I was saying that you can only see 4 ads because I accidentally deleted one of them. And they were running at $5 a day each, and all the money I had was the $25 left from the scholarship and the previous order, which were like $30, so about 55 to spend. So that meant I could keep the ads running for like 2 days. So basically these 5 ad sets were running at $5 a day each, and on the first day they got us 2 purchases, which was kind of great. We were really profitable. We had a high average order value, and things were going great. It looked like I could keep this momentum going. So after this day, the next day was even more profitable than this. Again, here it only shows 1 purchase with 4.75 ROAS, but we had 4 actually, not only 1. Yeah, so you can see on April 17 we had 4 orders with again a pretty decent average order value. And this time we were really profitable because I fixed the profit margins. And at that time, even though we had 4 sales, the data shown on the ads manager is not that accurate, so I didn't know what decision to make in terms of killing the ad sets. So basically with these 5 ad sets, or 4 you can see, but they were 5, this clothing one, it had really good link clicks and CDR and add to cards. It was getting us a lot of visitors, but because it shown that we had no purchases, I didn't know if I had to kill it or scale it, or so I took the decision to kill that asset. And I think that was the reason that on the that was basically, I think, what killed the next day, because on the next day when I turned off that ad set, we had only 1 purchase which was slightly profitable. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, so this was only 1 order which was slightly profitable. You can even see the ROAS was pretty bad. Oh, it doesn't even show that we made a purchase on this day, but I can assure you the ROAS on it was below 1.4 if I remember correctly. So yeah, as I was saying, on that specific day I killed, on April 18th, I killed the ad set that was probably getting me the best results, because the data was shown incorrectly, and replaced it with some new ones, but they really didn't perform that well, leaving me to only 1 sale that day, which was not even very profitable. So I replaced it with some new ad sets, which were these ones, I believe. Yeah, so these 4, if I remember correctly, and they really didn't perform that well. I'm sorry guys, the train is passing by and it's making a lot of noise. So I was no With the first 2 days being very profitable, it was enough to keep the momentum going and even got some organic sales during this short period of not running ads. So I was basically waiting for Stripe to pay out my money around this time, and I don't. When did I start running the ads again? So May 2nd. So these were all organic. I didn't pay anything to get these sales, so I was very profitable at this time. But I had to wait for Stripe to pay out my money so I can fulfill the orders and start running ads again. So fast forward to May 2nd, I decided that I want to scale what was already working, so I took the best performing ad sets and duplicated them into a new CBO campaign and raised the budget to $20 per day, and it performed very poorly, leading us to one sale for the next 2 days, which was not even profitable considering the budget of the campaign. I'ma show you quickly the CBO campaign, which was very poor, or it performed really poorly. May 2nd, I believe it was. Yeah. So it basically got us no sales. I'm gonna show you May 2nd. No sales. May 3rd. We got how many? One sale. May 4th, no sales. So I decided to turn it off. So it ran for 3 days and it spent a whole lot of money, and I decided to turn it off. I was hoping that it would blow up or something after the first day, but it really didn't, so I had to turn it off. So instead, I duplicated the 2 best performing ad sets inside the original testing campaign, and on top of that I added a new no interest ad set with the same $5 per ad set budget. So inside this testing campaign, I duplicated this one, which was our best performing one, and this one. These two were the best performing ones, and on top of those I added a new no interest ad set. So at this time those ads started performing really well, getting 1 sale on the first day, 3 sales on the second day, and 2 sales on the third day. If I let me no, I'm gonna show you like maximum. So these 3, it shows here we got more than this. I don't know when they started running. I think it was May 6th. Yeah, this was the first day of them running. And on Shopify, I'm gonna quickly show you on Shopify, we had 1 sale, and I believe this was profitable with considering the ad spend, which was $5 and $5 each and 3 ad sets, which was basically quick math, $15. So nothing really special, but the 4th day is where things get a little crazy. So on the 4th day we got a $280 sale with only about $14 worth of ad spend. So on May 10th, I believe. No, it was on May 9th. So in this day we got, and just to show you, it didn't show any purchase on the ads manager. As you can see right here, it says no purchase, but we had a really big purchase. This converts to about $280, $280. So it was crazy, and because I had really great profit margins, these were the first actual money I was able to generate online. So the profit margin on this $280 sale was about 50%, so I made like $100. And at this time I stopped the ads from running because I wanted to keep some money saved up, because I was pretty scared that there were gonna be problems, because this guy ordered a lot of stuff and we had different suppliers for every product, and basically the packages would arrive at different times and in different packages. So I knew that it it was very likely that this guy would want a refund, so I stopped running the ads to keep some money to refund this guy. And this is probably where I started losing the momentum that was built up from this. I don't remember why I stopped the ads from running after that huge win, but it was probably because I was waiting for money to arrive in my bank account. And keep in mind that at this time, since I had different suppliers, and with this guy, this was basically what I said before, that I had different suppliers and this guy ordered so much stuff. Everything would arrive at different times and in different packages, so I was very cautious to keep some money aside so that I could refund him in case it's necessary. But fast forward to I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke. May 20th. This is when I started running the ads again, and on that day I got absolutely zero sales. I'll quickly show you, and I'm gonna show you on Shopify as well. And after this we made even more sales. I'm sorry, the train again. I hope the audio is not that bad. So we were making constant sales even if I stopped the ads from running. And May 20th. So yeah, we made no money, no sales, and yeah, even if these were running, I still made no sales. But the next day, May 21st, is where things got bad. And what do I mean by that? Sure, I got one profitable purchase from the ads, but at the end of the day, Facebook was charging me more than the ads have spent. And I was wondering what exactly happened, and then I opened up the ads manager and saw that I had accidentally turned on the old CBO campaign that performed really bad, and it spent a lot of money without me even realizing it. So May 21st, I'm gonna show you on Shopify. I did get one sale, one profitable sale. It was pretty good, but what I didn't notice is that I accidentally, if Facebook decides to load up, I turned this campaign on, and this had a crazy budget. Like, this was spending a lot of money, and Facebook really charged me a lot because of this. I don't know how this happened, but this basically made me lose some money, and it didn't get me any results. So I still had a lot of money from all the orders, right? Well, not really, because I wanted to keep some money aside for that guy, as I mentioned before, in case he wants a refund, but his order arrived fast and he had no issue. So basically, that guy was no longer an issue. His order arrived fast, but then I did another silly thing with some Shopify app and installed a bunch of stuff without paying attention and got my Shopify bill up to $100. So after I made about $200 from that big sale and the other ones, I was slowly starting to fuck things up basically. I turned on some bad ad sets which made me lose some of that money. Then uh, I installed some apps which got my Shopify bill up to $100, but that's not even all of it, because then a lot of orders started arriving and a lot of people wanted refunds, and basically since I couldn't get AliExpress to refund me as well, I was losing money bit by bit. So there was some problem with our suppliers. The items were really small and people wanted refunds. So I started, basically what could I do? I couldn't tell them no, I'm not going to refund you. I refunded them and AliExpress didn't want to refund me. And that is basically where I am today. I have no more money to keep the business going further, and even if I did, I still want to get a lot of things in place before continuing this. Things like suppliers, shipping times, and product quality. So I have no money, which you noticed here that I didn't pay for my ads. I have no more money to keep this going. I recently made another sale. It was, I'm gonna show you the last 7 days. I only made one sale, one organic sale. This one of the, it was only one, but one of those was like me testing the payment, if just basically testing the payments, because I had some issues with Stripe, and it said that some people complained that they couldn't make the payment. So yeah, I only had one sale. I'm gonna show you the last. No, I'm gonna show you. It was. So what date is today? It was like 3 days ago. So yeah. No, just show me this, please. Yeah. So one sale. This was like two or 3 days ago. I'm not sure. Oh, it was 3 days ago. What the fuck? I'm an actual idiot. So basically, I have no more money to keep this going, and I don't want to. I'm trying to find a manufacturer and someone who has more quality products before continuing this business further, because there's too many problems with shipping from AliExpress or Alibaba. I think I have no idea about Alibaba. I haven't used it, but I'm tired of China quality stuff. So I no longer want to do just AliExpress dropshipping. I want to be like a more professional brand. I want to make my own clothes, have or custom designs, and have like the product have the logo on the packaging and the product tag. So but in this whole journey there are a lot of things I learned, and the most important things I learned out of this was skills like copywriting, conversion rate optimization, email marketing, and the most important, which was advertising on Facebook. And I really think that if my budget was a bit bigger, things would have turned out differently, but I'm not the guy who finds excuses, and I'm not giving up on this. I still want to keep this business going further, but I want to make some money with the skills that I have learned from this journey. So that's why I now want to take all I learned and use it to help other people with e-commerce businesses by creating my agency, which is called MLTD Digital. So if you want to help me if you want me to help you grow your e-commerce business, feel free to email or DM us on Instagram. and everything is in the description. Anyway, I hope this video helped you get a realistic view of a beginner starting out in e-commerce and the problems that you can encounter. I hope I've inspired you to do the same and gave you hope that it's possible if you actually take some action. But before ending this video, here are the biggest takeaways from my journey and this video. I basically said this video twice, but whatever. You must take, so these are some really important tips. So first, you must take serious action and stop procrastinating and think of what are the things that would make your business grow and do those. Find trustable suppliers because they will affect your business and you'll have to refund way too many people if you don't. So find reliable suppliers, and if you can, just stop using AliExpress. Have a great profit margin, at least $20, because if you don't, you'll probably lose a lot of money. Yeah, as I said, this having low profit margins basically killed our business. Be careful with the decisions you make on killing ad sets because Facebook may not register purchases correctly. Yeah, so I probably turned off the ad set that was the most profitable for me, but because Facebook didn't show me the right data, I decided to kill it, and that was probably when the results started decreasing. Be careful with the decision. Oh, that I already read this one. Sorry guys. This is my first time. Post consistently on social media, create discounts and offers, send out emails, flows and campaigns. So I learned a really important thing, which was you have to be active, you have to post things on Instagram, you have to create offers and advertise them on Instagram, you have to send out emails, you have to build an email list and have very good email marketing and create flows for new customers and for customers that have already bought, so you can retain them and have upsells and cross-sells. And be really active in your business. Calculate your profit margin and be aware of everything that is going on. Yeah, knowing your numbers is really important, and being active, problem solving and all that, because especially at the beginning you're probably gonna be alone in this, and you'll do the customer support, you'll do the marketing, you'll do the store creating and all that stuff. But that's about it. This is my whole e-commerce journey and how I was able to find my first success online, and I hope it inspired you to do the same. If you want, you can subscribe to the channel because there will be more videos just like this coming out. So this was basically it. I'm sorry if I stuttered or things like that. My webcam stopped working. This is basically like, this is fucked. It's pretty scuffed, my whole setup, but I'm gonna post this either way. I don't care. I hope that my only mission is to inspire you and to show you a realistic expectation of the problems and the outcomes you can, and the numbers basically you can achieve with your first e-commerce store. So basically that's it. Subscribe if you want to, or don't. Yeah, take care and have a great day and week, I guess. Bye guys.